I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago.
Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Chicago Bears.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Into the air right away is Allen.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Five wide.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Bears 0. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And running with power here.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On second down now, Randall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third and 12. Out of the gun, Fields.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him at.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bears nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. When you look at this defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
3rd and 9 here. Fields. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless. Any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
79 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jonathan Mingo with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This could be it. This could be the turning point. Here we go, Ty.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
On 2nd down, Randall. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Off to the races.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Middle.
Throwing now is Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
Fights off the defender. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go.
Randall. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now. Randall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
first down. Randall. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
EQ!
On 3rd down, Randall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time time.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down, and the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bears nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Here we go. Hey, Ken.
They'll run on first down. Randall. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Go.
On 2nd down, Randall. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
No muss.
To throw is Fields.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Allen's throw is complete, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 110 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Regular. What's that?
They run again on first down. Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Alert! Alert! Monday. Look out!
Allen going to throw. Dancing to his left. And caught by Cooper for a Bills touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch right. Hey, can.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And the
multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that we share. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their
touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the... And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point up and through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Alert, alert, alert!
On first down, Allen. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bills are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Allen. This taken in by Kincaid.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Bills are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go. We're good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Go.
On second down now, Randall.
And he'll work it ahead to about the 28, gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go.
The Bears on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Here comes third down and 7.
West right zip. Hey, can.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 140 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
On first down, Randall.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. pleasure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Randall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go, son.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Bills, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago,